Long answer type question, class 7, chapter 13. Question 1. Rest and motion are relative terms. Explain. Now children come to its answer. Many of you board the school bus when you are coming to school. And while the bus is driven past, the position of the bus changes with respect to other objects like trees, houses, etc. The bus is said to be in motion with respect to trees, houses, means outside thing. Children sitting in the bus are in motion relative to houses, trees, but they are stationary relative to each other. The terms motion and rest are thus relative terms and are dependent on who and where the observer is. Question 2. Explain length, oscillation, amplitude and time period with reference to simple pendulum. Children, first see the diagram of simple pendulum. When it is in the center position, then it is called the mean position. And in the second diagram, A is called the mean position. B and C, these are called the extreme position. Length of a simple pendulum. The distance L between the point of suspension and the center of the bob is called the length of a simple pendulum. Now the second term is oscillation. One complete vibrational motion, to and fro motion, when the bob of the pendulum moves from one position and comes back to the same position, that is in the given figure from A to C, C to B and then B to A. Then it is called one complete oscillation. Now the next term is amplitude. The maximum displacement of the bob on either side from its mean position, that is from A to C, from A to B and AC is equal to AB. So this is called the amplitude. Now the time period, time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. And the time period depends upon the length of the string from which the bob is suspended. Greater the length of the pendulum, greater will be the time needed for one complete oscillation. Time period does not depend on the extent to which the bob of the pendulum is displaced, or you can say the amplitude, nor on the mass of the bob used. So for a particular pendulum length, the time period does not change and it is taken as constant. Question 3. Describe an hourglass and explain the principle of making it. Its answer: an hourglass uses the flow of sand to measure time. It consists of two rounded glass bulbs connected by a narrow neck of glass.